Hey Sagittarius, welcome to Aria Moon Tarot, and thank you so much for being here. This is your love reading for now through the end of August 2025 for anyone with Sun, Moon, or Rising in Sagittarius. It's a general reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If it doesn't, check your other placements. All right, let's get started. And I see Seven of Wands. Yeah, some of you have some options or opportunities here. Now, this is someone kind of contemplating, looking at the situation. So, kind of looking at this, feeling a little bit guarded, okay? Not so sure if you're going to let somebody in here. And then we have something new, yeah. So, like I say, it's about letting down that guard, letting in the new. Some of you have some options, but I do feel, making some sort of choice. Somebody's making a choice. Yeah, I do see a Three of Pentacles. And I see the Ten of Cups. Oh my goodness. And the Fool. The Hermit. King of Pentacles. Someone wants to come out. And the Three of Wands. So, oh my goodness. Yes, it does look like some of you, there's options, choices here. Now, this could be somebody else making an option, making some sort of decision here. Some of you may have blocked somebody, okay? Or you have somebody where you're feeling a little unsure of a situation where somebody here could be pushing you away. But I feel like you got someone new coming in. So I see high vibrational, positive energy. Some of you are reflecting on the past, leaving the past behind. So some of you may have just ended a situation with someone because they push you away. Now, yeah, and I do see 3 here. See, this is an energy of cooperating, compromise, and compatibility. Looking, if some of you have got some options, but you don't really feel like anyone's compatible, it's possible you're just a little guarded here, not sure about starting something new, letting someone in. But you do have an energy of hermit energy. Now, this could be yourself. It could be this person, possible Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy. It's just an energy. You can see someone here is looking for clues and answers. They're kind of going within. See, it's going within, looking for opportunity. It could be someone who sees opportunity. They could be the one guarded. So take it as it resonates. Tell me about this Seven of Cups. Yeah, see, it's an energy of someone's past, leaving the past behind, going down this path. So there's some sort of choice to be made, life path choice. It's an energy of looking at the world. It has to do with change. Now, if you have somebody who you feel is never going to change, they keep pushing you away, okay, this is where you may decide to leave it behind. And it could be another person doing this as well. Seven of Wands. Someone taking the high ground. Yeah, see, being cautious, careful what you wish for. Someone here is keeping it all in, keeping things to themselves. If you have somebody here who likes to play, to me it's someone who often pushes someone away and then they feel a little smug. Okay, so if you have anyone who's a little full of themselves, okay, take a look at that. I feel like you got something new coming in. Yeah, see, trying something. It's when you know something is just off. You know it, okay? So just pay attention to that energy. If it feels off, it probably is. See, it's an energy of someone taking a leap of faith, taking a risk. See? But if it feels off, it usually is. But I do feel like you've got something new, and I do see some sort of temptation. Someone's preparing themselves. Someone's getting prepared here. For something new. And that's what I feel some of you are just kind of looking at all the people you've dated, options. Yeah, you may have options. Nobody really is your type. It just doesn't feel right. But you've got something here that might be just right. Yeah, see, it's an energy of being confident, taming that beast. Yeah, see, taming that beast. Leaving something behind. It's a person who I feel some of you have had someone who's pushed you away and then they're kind of smug. They're full of themselves. It feels off. It doesn't feel right. So, like I say, being strong and confident here. Often people will do that when they don't feel confident as well. So it's where they have to tame that beast within themselves. But it's an energy of going down this path. Like I say, if somebody doesn't want to do anything with you, they don't want to spend time with you, it's about doing things together, spending time together, getting to know each other. So it's an energy of someone who's getting ready to put themselves out there again. So it's also an energy of seeing the bigger picture. When you see the bigger picture of past, okay, if someone keeps doing that to you, they're probably not your type, okay? Someone who keeps pushing away and they're kind of full of themselves. So let's have a look at, there it is. And some of you have opportunities coming in, but you can see some of you being strong, confident here. Been there, done that. Taking your passion energy elsewhere. See, going down another path. And if it's not yourself, it could be another person. But take it as it resonates. This is someone ready to take a leap of faith here. See, it's playful, youthful, having a good time, living in the moment. Yeah, we have a feminine energy. See, it's an energy of someone taming the beast, looking on the past with kindness, compassion, forgiveness. Okay? So it's often somebody who's forgiving. But like I say, still been there, done that. Some of you have other opportunity coming in. Yeah, and it's just somebody who I feel just isn't right. They don't come in right. Now you have someone, I feel, new coming towards you here. Tell me about this hermit. This could be also yourself, looking for clues and answers. Anybody can be in hermit mode, looking for clues to do with the past. Okay, so it's about kind of remembering here, trusting that feeling when it's off, it's off. But someone here is preparing, getting prepared for something new. So this is some of you preparing for that. You got someone coming in. Yeah, someone's going to reach out. But the thing is, it's an energy of a test. See, testing the waters, a test to see if you're going to reciprocate. Some of you are no longer talking to someone. I feel like you've left it behind. You've been there, done that. It's where it's just enough is enough, because you're looking at the bigger picture. Some of you are ready to get yourselves out there again. So there's obviously been some sort of healing. Tell me about the King of Pentacles. Who is this person? Yeah, who is this person? Oh, someone who's in the King of Cups energy. So some of you got some choices here. Maybe a choice between two. Yeah, it's just an energy I feel sort of looking at past. Knowing what you want, seeing the bigger picture. You want to be happy. You want to be emotionally fulfilled. See, this is where someone's not getting what they want. But this is also often a person who, you know, reaches out to someone, gives them what they want, and then they never get what they want because it's someone who keeps pushing you away. Some of you may actually block somebody who's in that energy and just find the strength to do that and just let it go. Because I do feel that there's an energy of 3. I see somebody else coming in. So there is somebody here who is emotionally mature. They are single. This is someone who looks out for themselves. They take care of themselves. So you have some sort of decision to either, and if it is just this one person for some of you, they're going to reach out. It's a test, testing the waters to see if you're, you know, interested, if you're going to reciprocate. Because some of you, like I say, I feel like you got maybe multiple opportunities coming in. Oh, sure, it feels great, but yeah, like I say, I know some of you, you've entered a situation, you're being strong. There's a situation that's over. So some of you have gone through a healing. I feel like you're preparing yourself for something new. You're healing. This is self-care, you know, taking care of yourself. Yeah, both being emotionally mature. It's when somebody isn't emotionally mature. Yeah, some of you are moving on. So it's an energy of change. Now something here has changed you forever, I feel, some of you. But it's about doing things different. You're going to do things different. You want someone who does things with you, someone who spends time with you. If you have someone who doesn't do that and they just come in spontaneous out of the blue and they expect you to fill their cup. Fill my cup, give me what I want, and when I get what I want, then they push you away. This is where it's time to move on. So some of you have moved on. You're also learning to go with the flow a little bit here. See, change is coming. You got someone else coming in. Yeah, it's when you realize that someone may never change. So it's also yourself going through change with the Fool, reflecting on the past. You know, being a little more cautious, careful what you wish for, looking before you leap. See, it's about investing. This is when you realize that someone isn't really invested in you the way they should because they don't want to do anything with you. They don't want to spend any time with you. They don't even, you know, it's an energy of cooperation, compromise, and being compatible. So this is why I feel leaving this behind, no longer invested, because they're not showing enough interest. And that's what I feel. So this is an energy of, you know, being patient here. Some of you have been patient. I see self-care. Yeah, no longer giving to someone. Beautiful. Yeah. See, reflecting on the past, looking before you leap. But what's so interesting, there's change coming. We have a person here who's about to take a leap of faith. Yeah, they could be in your social circle, but I also see an energy of 3. There is another person being left behind. Now, whether it's someone else leaving someone behind, it's possible someone pushed you away because they chose someone else. And I know a lot of you are going to be, nope. I'm not, it's all about me, or I'm not interested. Okay? Just look at your situation. Every situation's different. But yeah, I do see some kind of good news here. Yeah, someone here is single in that social circle. Yeah, some of you are very independent too. See, being very independent. You're looking out for yourself. So it's telling you to look out for yourself. That's the Queen of Wands. Someone who knows what they want and not settling. Okay, you're not settling for breadcrumbs. You're not settling for somebody who comes in spontaneous out of the blue and they want you to be the one to take all the risks. See, you've taken risks before, so this is where I feel you're not doing that. You know what you want. So some of you are waiting. You definitely wanting love, longing for love. Some of you have a new crush coming in here. So this is often where when that you have this energy of being ready for something new. See, seeing the bigger picture, you want to be happy, you want to be fulfilled. You can see this is someone who's not going to fulfill you emotionally. They're not going to give you what you want. You'll never get what you want. So that's why I feel life path choice decision. Some of you have some options here, but it's also remembering you're nobody's option. Once you make that connection with someone, if they start treating you like an option and they only come in when they want something, this is where you put your foot down. And this is what I feel some of you are doing. Yeah, you're looking out for you. You're looking out for number 1. But there is a crush coming in. There is somebody crushing here. Somebody in your social circle. Yeah, it could be someone checking you out online, dating, social media, or somewhere in your community. Yeah, see, there's conflict, competition. So there's competition, competing. See, some of you too, it's either all about me, I don't want to compete. So if you have somebody who's comes towards you, pushes you away, they don't get what they want from you, they get it from someone else. Now, this is where you're going to stand up for yourself. That's what I feel's happened here. Yeah, but you're moving towards something better. I feel there's someone around you in your neighborhood, somewhere in your world who wants to reach out. They're going to take a leap of faith. They're also someone else who's also leaving a situation behind. Tell me about the Queen of Rods. It's just an energy. Yeah, you've got a King of Pentacles. So some of you, some of you have a type. You have a type. You want someone stable, reliable. Yeah, somebody who's practical, sensible, that knows what they want. So some of you have got a choice. Now, one of them is a crush. Now, there is also someone here who may try to come back around who's missing you. So there is an X energy here. Yeah, and I see the Lovers. So some of you have a choice. So you've got 2 people, but you want love. You deserve to be loved. Okay? You deserve to be loved. You deserve better. So always remember that. Someone who tosses breadcrumbs, or they want you to compete. See, you're not competing. This is often a good energy of not competing. Yeah, I don't think you're going to have to compete here with this other person. Something you're wanting, longing for love here. See, waiting. Some of you have been tired of waiting. You're now open to somebody else here. Very nice energy, actually. Tell me more about this King of Pentacles. Who is this person? Somebody who's waiting, an Emperor. Yeah, you've got an Emperor here. See, one of you have somebody who's an Emperor. The other person has not learned all their lessons. There's 2 here. Both are stable financially, but only one of these people is mastering the elements of the Emperor. Yeah, it has to do with someone stable, reliable, dependable. See, some of you have someone who's just not reliable. They don't pull their weight, but there's someone here who has also dealt with that. This is a person taking responsibility. Yeah, you've got a person who's reliable. You know what's so interesting here? The person who you've left behind, I do feel could try to come back around. They're likely going to reach out, drop a little hint or something to see if you're interested. But I feel like you've got a choice here. Yeah, you've got somebody new coming in. There's the person. You're not this is, see, somebody who comes back in and does the same thing. They do the same thing over and over again. But this is also yourself choosing a type. Some of you have a type. I mean, you know, you want someone stable, reliable, dependable, someone who pulls their weight in a relationship. But the person coming towards you wants the same thing as you do. They want someone who pulls their weight. They're waiting. This is someone who's also been waiting for the one, waiting for the right person. They've been single for a while. Yeah. Interesting. But like I say, I feel like you got somebody here who's kind of more all about themselves here. I would be a little cautious of one of them, especially that X energy, the person who keeps coming back around. Yeah, someone's pride, ego. Yeah, see, somebody here is a little full of themselves. Yeah, but it has to do with a person planning, preparing for success, taming the beast. Yeah, it's an energy where it isn't, I feel some of you know this isn't gonna, you've got a person in X energy here. It likely won't go anywhere. But I feel like you have someone new coming in as well. So it's an energy of being open to new. Some of you have definitely healed. Like I say, a crush, but somebody's also missing you. Yeah, you can see truth. There's going to be a win or lose situation. This is that aha moment where you see the truth. Everything's going to be come out in the open. So you could get some kind of truth, but it's about wanting that truth. If you have a person who doesn't want to do anything with you, they only come in when they want attention, okay? They only come in when they want attention and you never get what you want. That's, I feel, an X energy. And they don't give you attention when you reach out to them. They block you or push you away. That's, I feel, something that you've learned here. But I feel some of you have a person who's, I feel it's somebody here who's likely left someone behind because they want too much attention. They want too much attention. They cause chaos, conflict, drama. So there's just the energy of drama. Okay, it's about avoiding the drama. Yeah, so we have a masculine who's got a similar situation. Or they have somebody who wants a lot of attention. Is constantly reaching out, wanting attention. They're trying to be patient with this person. I feel like they've lost patience as well. So you can see drama, chaos, conflict. Yeah. Some of you are just going to stand up to someone here. If you have somebody who blames you instead of blaming themselves. See, that's that message I've been seeing slowly building. If somebody comes towards you and they take accountability for their own past, where maybe it's somebody who didn't give attention to somebody else. This could be another person. And they take responsibility for that, clearing it all up, clearing things out. You see? And that's the situation, I feel. But some of you have a person who will blame you. They create the drama, but then they blame you. So this is where I feel it's the blame game. But that's what's going to happen. Something is going to be exposed. You're going to see truth. You're going to see this and go, aha. Because the person who comes in with you will take accountability, responsibility for things that didn't work out in a past relationship. They're not going to blame the other person. They're not putting all the blame onto the other person. But one of these people coming towards you is going to, they will fully blame the other person. They don't take any blame themselves. So that's what it's telling you to look at. You're going to have an aha moment. But I'm seeing so much happiness and joy. So some of you have two people. They're both stable. Okay, they're both stable. One of these people sees you as somebody reliable, dependable, someone who pulls their weight. And I do feel like there's someone here who's had a relationship with someone who didn't pull their weight. They provided them with everything and they were never happy. You see? Yeah. But like I say, they may not have given them enough attention. They may have focused too much on work. The other person was always at home. You see? Feeling lonely. Somebody feeling lonely, longing for love. So, like I say, it's a person the person that's right for you is high vibrational. Very happy, very positive. Someone who just tells you like it is. They'll speak truth. And you're going to see this. You're going to have that moment. See, now there you are, stable, grounded, looking into the future. You're visualizing. You're going to look at all the situation here. See, while you're waiting. Some of you have learned some things while you're waiting. Even focus on work, focus on other things. There's someone here you do not see a future with, I feel. You're not going to see a future, but there's somebody here that I feel like you can. Why? Because they're high vibrational. This is someone who has healed. This is someone who's tamed that beast within themselves. The things that are holding them back from having a successful relationship. So there is a reason to celebrate. There's going to be some kind of gathering, get together. But you can see this energy of confrontation, avoiding drama. You see? Yeah. It's also a person who, like I feel, one of these people is someone who actually creates the drama, then blames the other person. Because they push you away, and then you put your foot down to stand up to them. This is the person I feel like you're no longer interested in. You do not see a future with them. You've got a new person. Who's the new person? They are stable financially. I see two people who have everything they need. There's a house and a home, two single people here. Yeah, now we have the Empress. See, this is two people who are leveled up. They're stable. They've learned the lessons of the Emperor and the Empress. So one of these people is not an emperor. They still have not learned their lessons. They still come in looking for attention. Cycle over. Getting off the emotional roller coaster. See, you have a new romantic cycle beginning here, some of you. Yeah, really nice. Because this is where you realize, you see, this is where you see it. You're going to have that realizations. Aha. While you're waiting, you're focused on work and other things. I don't think you see a future with someone. So let's have a look at where's this going to go with this new person, a whole new cycle. I see a windfall, two people with a lot of abundance. See, this is where two people win-win. It's a win-win situation. But one of these people isn't going to win. Nope, thank you, but no thank you. One of them, see? No longer interested because they didn't invest. They weren't invested. They weren't giving attention. They just came in when they want attention. Someone very smug. Well, really full of themselves here. Okay? Yeah. It's a person who pushes you away as soon as it's time to take it to the next level, where you're left feeling confused, perplexed, like what happened here? See, something feels off. Like, what's up with that? It's telling you to trust your inner knowing. It's like you already know. And you have a choice. Some of you already know. You're just going through these emotions. You're looking at the situation, and you already know the person you're choosing. You already know there's someone here who keeps secrets. They often come in when they don't get attention from one person. They go get it from someone else, and then they come back. So you're off this emotional roller coaster. A whole new cycle, see, taking back your power. But the person who's going to come towards you is going to take the lead. Okay? So I do see a power struggle between you and this person, but you're taking back your power. In fact, I feel you're more powerful than one of these people emotionally. You're in control of your emotions. You're not being ruled by them here. And also, so is the person who's coming towards you. So whoever they may be, you're speaking up, speaking your truth, being discerning, you're being wise, you're trusting your inner knowing. You already know that it's thank you, but no thank you, you're not interested. One of these people, they're both kind of your types. Like some of you have a type, but one of these people is different. They're not the same as the other person. And why? Is because they're high vibrational. They've learned to love themselves first. They're happy on their own, you see, but they do want love. And this is someone who's likely going to show you that they like you in some way. But it's a crush. This longing for love, but you know the truth. You already know the truth. Someone here was keeping secrets or pushing you away. So, yeah, there it is. You've got someone who's got a lot of feelings and emotions here, but really watch out. Like I say, pay attention to the signs, the signals. They may be cautioning you, the red flags. Maybe even with both people. But one of them is high vibrational. They don't blame the other person where they've had failed relationships. This is what you're going to see. They don't blame the other person. They take responsibility. They blame themselves. The other person is a person who will come in and create drama and then blame you. So I see some of you releasing this baggage from the past, letting go. You have an Emperor, someone who's let go of their baggage. They're coming in to offer you a cup. They're emotionally mature, they're available. Beautiful, yeah. It's an energy of putting in effort. The right person will put in the effort because they want to build a foundation. But they have to come in right. See, come to me right. This is your strength and confidence. Teaching someone how you want to be treated. It's also a lesson learned. Teaching them how you want to be treated. So very nice energy. I feel you already know. Here what you're going to do. Some of you are very well aware. You're manifesting. You have all the tools, the information, everything you need to know. But you and another person are in alignment. So you're not in alignment with one of these people. This is someone who hasn't mastered the elements of all the kings. They may be stable financially. They may have everything they need, but they're all about themselves. They look out for themselves. What you want is a person who, it's about two people who look out for each other. It's an energy of someone who may not have your best interest at heart. Yeah, see, the person who rushes in, they come in out of the blue looking for attention. They love the attention, they love the chase. But when it's time to take it to the next level, they push the other person away. It's a person who's not ready. The person you're going to connect to you're going to see eye to eye. I see a conversation. See, you're going to mirror this other person. You both have everything you need. Win-win. The other person's one of these people who just comes in very quickly, then they get overwhelmed, and they keep on going. The runner. The person who keeps running away. They don't want to talk. They don't want to share that inner self. They keep it all in. They keep it all to themselves. They want to keep everything to themselves. They don't want to share anything. One of these people is a taker. The other one's more of a giver. And that's how you're going to know. Yeah, they're going to be, see, one of them is ready to ask you out, take you out on a date. They communicate from the heart. They're not afraid of sharing their feelings or their emotions. The other person doesn't want to. There's the Tower. That's that massive realization. I don't think you're going to see this coming. Some of you are kind of moving on from a situation, or you're in that little bit of time in between here while you're just kind of waiting. But some of you too, like I say, reflecting on the past, you're ready to leave something behind. You are ready. Some of you are ready, emotionally mature and ready for something new. But you want somebody who is as well. One of these people is, one of them is not. They're very much the same. They're both your type in some ways. But one of them is a little different than the other because they're not afraid of taking you out on a date. They're not keeping you a secret. See, one of these people wants to keep you a secret because they have secrets. They don't want to share anything with you. They're hiding things. You're nobody's secret. Interesting, yeah. So I do feel you may not see this coming, or you might get into be a little indecisive here, a decision, but there's something going to happen where you're not going to see it coming. And it's possible this is what happened with someone. You may have taken a risk, and then all of a sudden they just pull the rug out from under you. But the other person that's coming in, it's going to be sudden. I see a shock, something that's going to make you very, very happy. You got a new person, someone who's mature, see, very happy. But see, so I said happy. One of them not so much. That's the person who does that. They come in and push you away. They pull the rug out from under you. So this is where I feel some of you will stand up to this person, because they do not come in right, and you've got this other person. See, it's two people manifesting each other that want to connect. You see eye to eye. You're going to get each other. You're going to give each other attention because you want this to be successful. You want it to go somewhere. But you are going to, some of you have already cut this person out. It is a past energy, but others of you are still kind of in this, looking before you leap. See, moving on from someone, avoiding a disaster. See, you know it. And you're going to, it's an energy of this time in between some of you where you've, taken back your power, you're speaking your truth. And the person who's coming in it's someone who will want to spend time with you. They want to do things with you. Somebody who gives you lots of attention. They keep coming forward. They keep putting in the effort. You see, that's the person I feel like you're going to know. They want to get to know you. They want to get closer, and they're willing to spend time with you one-on-one, but they're not afraid of taking you out or, bringing in, introducing you to their friends, their family, or inviting you to your home. You have someone who's very secretive. They're always hiding something. Yeah, you see, the person who makes up excuses, where they never want to bring you to their home. They never want to take you out. They don't share a lot. They don't have a lot to say. So this is interesting, and it could be someone trying to come in and apologize. So you'll have to decide. It all depends on your situation. So I do feel avoiding a disaster, but like I say, is someone who avoids. I feel like the person coming in they want to get to know you. They're moving on from someone else possibly as well, or already has, because I do see this energy of all this time in between. See, leaving the past in the past, making peace with the past. Some of you you're done. You know what, you're forgiven, whatever. You can see that this person isn't confident. You can see they're not ready. You see they have issues they keep to themselves, but it's not good enough because you deserve better. So the person's coming in, I feel, is definitely going to be on the same page. Yep, the person coming in is an Emperor. Now, it is possible it's somebody leveling up. So, like I say, don't give too much. Keep some things to yourself. Don't be the wife till you're the wife. If someone doesn't give you time, attention, or doesn't want to do things with you, or they're very secretive, where you just know something feels really off, you're going to know, okay? But you have an Emperor coming in. Yes, they're going to reach out. It's somebody who's generous. They put in the effort. So it's an energy. One of these people is a taker. They don't want to give anything, but the other person is generous with their feelings, their emotions, their time, their energy. Yep, Queen of Pentacles. See, that's the person you can see a future with. You can see yourself with this person. It feels right. They're doing all the right things. They want to do things with you, and they give you attention, and you can give them attention without feeling like they're going to pull the rug out from you, under you, like the other person. So this is likely some of you, and I do feel, don't be afraid to stand up to somebody, okay? But do temper your words. Yeah, I think you've got a person who is going to have a bit of a temper here when you reject them. If they come back in, because it's about you feeling comfortable, feeling safe. See, you just don't feel safe with one of these people, because they come in for attention. See, the grass is always greener on the other side. They drop you like a hot potato when something better comes along. So it's a person who isn't ready. They know, the right person knows a good thing when they see it. Queen of Pentacles. In fact, an Empress, yeah. Someone who knows their own mind. Someone who speaks up. So yeah, definitely, like I say, you're seeing the bigger picture. You see truth. You're going to have an aha moment. Yeah, but win or lose, you have a person who's coming in. And don't be afraid, too, because a lot of times people avoid confronting someone or speaking truth because you're afraid this person is then going to put on the brakes. Well, so what? They're not right for you anyway. Because if you feel it's off, it probably is. Don't be afraid to speak up and be discerning. If you have questions, the other person's going to give it to you straight up. The other person isn't. They're going to, not have a lot to say, or they'll start making up excuses. So, like I say, it's paying attention to the red flags. They're cautioning you. And I feel like your guard's going to be up. You're going to be a little careful of letting this new person in. Okay? But if you have that X coming back around energy, you already know. You've already experienced it. You've already learned some things. And it is things, I feel, some of you, it's changed you forever. But I do see positive change coming. More than likely when you least expect it. All depends where you are on this path, is the healing. Self-care, self-nurturing, looking out for yourself. Some of you are very, very independent too. So it's you're quite particular. Yeah. So now we have the Hanged Man. See, taking a pause, looking at things from a different perspective here. You've got two people. Some of you, or it's just like I say, reflecting on the past. See, you've become wiser, discerning, because you've been hurt. Some of you have been hurt a few times, so your sword's up. You're guarded. So it's going to be, I feel, some of you a little bit of trouble letting somebody in. Okay, so some of you, it's yourself. There's things that you need to leave behind here. But I do feel that there's somebody crushing on you, checking you out. They're interested in you. It is a crush. It is also someone who longs for love. They long for a partner. But the interesting thing is with this person is a message I've been seeing coming out. This is someone, even if they've had a relationship that wasn't successful, they will not put all the blame on the other person. They will take their share of the blame. Okay? That's what you want to look for. The other person isn't going to. They're going to make up excuses. They're going to blame the other person. They're never going to be accountable for what they did because they keep it all to themselves. So I wish you the best. Take care. I see positive energy coming in. I see you talking, connecting with someone, manifesting, mirroring. You both have everything you need to manifest your desires. You see that Wheel of Fortune is a win-win for you and someone else. Both of you probably. I mean, I feel some of you are going to dodge a bullet. Okay? And maybe you already have. But it's all about the person who wants to get to know you. They want to learn about you. They want to grow closer. You're going to grow closer to someone and you're distancing yourself. As you get to know this person too, this is often where you have that aha moment. Because this is something you've been waiting for and wanting, longing for, is a real partner, someone who connects or spends time with. I see some of you want company, companionship. You see? And this is the thing. It's somebody who doesn't want to do anything with you. They only want to come in when they want attention. Other than that, you're probably blocked. Like I say, I mean, they're just someone who ignores when you reach out. They ignore you. Yeah. If you have a person who's done this too, and you reach out to them and they don't get a hold of you, they don't reply for days or weeks or that kind of thing, or even the next day. It all depends on where you are in the relationship. Then something is up. It's saying to take a pause and look at this from a different perspective. But I feel there's going to be a massive aha moment, and I don't think you're going to see this other person coming. Because I feel like you're still kind of moving on from someone. Some of you. So that's why I feel as you get to know someone, friends first, you're going to distance yourself from this other person and have this realization what it is to experience someone who's kind, compassionate, generous. Somebody who's really good company too. Take care. We'll see you soon.